Hello, Tim. How are you, buddy?
Hey, Darren. Very well, thanks. How are you?
Mate, I'm sensational. Firstly, thanks for taking the time, mate, for this testimonial. I guess you could call
Yeah,
it a
sure.
video, whatever it's called.
Yeah,
I do appreciate your time. Now, for those of you who don't know you, we know you, Tim. Where are you, mate, and what do you
yeah,
do?
Tim. I'm based in Adelaide. I'm a handyman by trade, and over the
Mr.
past
Fix It.
few months, that's right. Over the past few months, I've been working with you to become a profitable trader instead of a wannabe, and I'm now
Sure.
successfully trading with a funded account, which is great
And
news.
yeah, and that's so wonderful. I know I got that email from you, and we've worked together, and now you have a
Mm,
fully funded live $100,000 prop firm account
yeah,
for the first time ever. I don't think I'm wrong in saying that. And mate, I'm so happy for you. That's wonderful. And it doesn't happen
yeah,
by chance. It happens by discipline and going through all the emotions that we go through as traders.
yeah.
But you got there in the end. Tim, can I ask you, what was your trading experience like, if you had any, that is,
Yeah.
prior to you and I linking up? I know you've gone through the 100 days and now you're funded. What was your experience in the trading world prior to us connecting up?
I'd attempted trading a number of times, probably over the last 10 or 12 years, trading different indicators, strategies, a lot of YouTube stuff, especially over the last few years as YouTube's become more popular,
Yeah.
and also just trading in other groups with indicators, but on American hours, which just didn't suit me. I couldn't stay up every night to
Yeah,
trade
sure.
American markets. Yeah, it was all very hit and miss. And then I decided, I want to look at retiring a lot earlier than other people might. As a handyman, my body's getting sore. And I just thought about trading that if I want to make a go of it, I've got to invest in it instead of jumping from one strategy to another. So myself and my wife talked it over and we came up with the idea that I'd work with you to become a funded trader because that obviously increases the amount of capital I can trade with, but also just to be successful and profitable.
Sure, and it's
Mm.
not a small decision to make because, as I'm not for everybody. It's not an insignificant outlay on
Yeah,
your part. So, really, full kudos for you. Really taking a leap into the unknown. Yes, we interacted, we spoke a bit. Yeah, I gave you information around me to do your own due diligence, but still, there is no guarantee. It's just a call, really, isn't it? It's just a meet and greet
yeah.
kind of thing. How did you find the training? Did you find it was seamless, almost flowed? One went into the next before we move on.
I found it really handy because all the content is online, so I could go at my own pace, and because we had a weekly call as well, it gave me an opportunity to clarify and ask a few questions. It was important for me to work with you because I know not just as a mentor, but as a trader, you're profitable. And in all the years that I've been
Yeah, I'm
attempting
in the
trading,
game.
I've never
Yeah,
been profitable.
yeah,
So, the last few months with my demo account and my challenge, I found that I'm profitable. And so,
yeah.
yeah, that's the difference to me. It's like night and day. But it took the investment and, not just with time, but also was a monetary investment from myself and my wife to do this. And
Mm.
yeah, it's paid off. And I can see now that this can become my future, probably a lot quicker than I'd originally
Wonderful.
anticipated.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's been great. And also, my wife was uncertain of the risks involved. But now, we reviewed everything from the funding partners, contract wise and communication wise, and the risk involved. And her mind is now put at ease that there's no real risk to our own funds at all.
Yeah, that's not
Um,
trading with a prop firm. No. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. But also, she's, I suppose, finally acknowledged that, I'm not just messing around anymore trying to make a bit of money. This is serious and it's actually working for me. So we can both see a good future in it.
Yeah, and that's really important. I speak to men most of the time.
Yeah,
Um, I guess probably 20% of my clientele are women, and I speak to men, and they all say a similar thing. I like it, Darren. I believe in what you're doing. I think I want to jump on board, but I need to make sure that my significant other is on board with me, and
Yeah.
I say, look, mate, don't jump on board with me if she's not, because it's just going to be all the pain for you.
Yeah.
So it's really gratifying that as a couple,
Yeah.
whilst you know more about the mechanics of training than your wife, but you're in this thing together. That's so important, and it just makes your journey. Well, being married, it just makes your journey so much easier.
Yeah, yeah, and she's really happy. She can see the potential in it as well. So,
Yeah,
in the past, it's just something I've done by myself, and with a few losses, they're probably, I've probably kept them to myself as well.
yeah, I
But
understand. Yeah,
yeah, she can definitely see this potential, and uh, I suppose in the training as well. Just to go back to that last question, there's the simplicity in what you teach.
yeah,
My screens are not full of indicators and lines and different alerts or anything like that. It's a very simple approach.
yeah.
Um,
It's a
I
different
look
way
at
of
my,
doing things, isn't it? It's like
yeah,
just
yeah,
there's
yeah,
almost nothing. You've got a black and white chart. You've got a few lines. You
yeah,
might have your imbalance area and just waiting for your signal to show up in your trap. It's really
yeah,
quite simple.
yeah, yeah. And also the patience. I still struggle with impatience, thinking I
Yeah,
should be in trades.
yeah,
But now I can see that, I can be profitable without having to be in the market all the time. Um,
yeah. Well, there's an
and
old
that's,
saying, being out of the market is a position, and most of the time it's the best position to be in. I know you
yeah,
know that.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, and I know we've had over our calls, over our weekly Zoom calls, coaching calls, that has raised its head a number of times, and you can't
yeah,
teach it. You just keep on telling it, but you
yeah,
can't actually teach it. I can teach you how to trade, but I
yeah,
can't teach you that bit. Yeah,
yeah. Yeah, so yeah, like I said, Tanya's on board. We're both on board, and
wonderful.
it's
And mate,
good to be.
I'm so chuffed. I'm so gratified that you are now a fully funded
Mm,
trader. I mean,
yeah,
it's if you think, and we take it for granted because we forget time goes so fast. But if you think about, where we were, we're going to say 100 days ago, where
yeah,
we were 100 days ago, would you agree you're a completely different trader than I spoke to when we got in our first call together?
yeah. I think so. I think just having the structure of what you offer, and also your guidance on a weekly mentoring basis has been important. Without that, I would have just been looking at alternative strategies and trying to do it myself.
Yeah.
So it's really just been a very solid investment from our part.
Wonderful. And
And
I
I've
was, I
learned
was
a
going
lot
to
through it.
ask you about the weekly Zoom calls because one thing, here's a course, go and do it,
Yeah,
and good luck. You
yeah,
know, Even though the course is not that difficult to get your head around, but there's going to be questions
yeah,
everywhere. So where do you go if you've got a question? If that's not backed up with weekly coaching
yeah,
calls where we get to bounce off, and I never move anyone forward until they're ready. I think you know that.
yeah,
Um, I think, at least from my perspective, that's the value of the weekly calls. Yes, you learn during those
mm,
calls, but it covers those. Darren, I'm not quite sure what you meant when you said this. Kind of bit. Does that make
yeah,
sense?
yeah, absolutely. And it was important for me to find an Australian coach
Yeah,
and trade in Australian hours, because I know
yeah,
there's money to be made in the New York and the London sessions, but
yeah.
I can't do that. And
And we don't
yeah,
trade that anyway. We trade the end of
no,
your
that's right.
close, 9 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah,
There's no. I don't get to my charts till 10 o'clock in the morning. There's no hurry to
yeah,
do anything.
yeah.
The way that we. How do you find our approach, Tim? That's a good segue. Our methodology, where it's almost as relaxed as you can get. It's
Yeah,
like, 30
yeah.
minutes a day, even if you take a trade, and then it's set and forget. How did you find the methodology of this more relaxed, higher time frame, just let the thing play out methodology?
Um, to start with, I found it probably a little slow,
Yep.
because, and now I understand it. It's just about being patient.
Yeah.
For me, I look at my charts in the morning to see how things have panned out. Across any potential trades that may be coming up, I'm looking for the signals, and then
Yeah.
later in the day, I'm just updating my charts with some notes, and at the end of each week or month, I'm updating them with new support and resistance lines.
Yeah.
So really, other than that,
There's not much
Uh,
to do, is there?
there's not a lot to do. No, no.
No. When you find your trading boring, you've hit the sweet spot.
Yeah, yeah, I know, I know. And then I go back over my chart to see if I've missed anything. But
Yeah.
and yeah, sometimes I do, and then I get your signals, and then I look at the video that you send with the signal, and I go, oh, yeah, okay, I missed that. So yeah, the signals are also great help.
Terrific. Tim,
Yeah.
just in sort of finishing this off,
Mm,
it's very short. What would you say to someone who, now I know I'm not for everybody. We know that I'm very open. People's investments, 4,000 for the group, 6,000 for one-on-one.
yeah,
What would you say to someone who thinks, "Ooh, I don't know. Maybe I could afford it. Maybe I can't. Should
yeah,
I? Shouldn't I?" For those guys who are sitting on the fence but are yet to make a decision and are fair income,
yeah.
serious about making this thing a career, not a short-term thing. What would you say to those guys, Tim, based upon your experience, my friend?
I would say I'm extremely glad I did it, and I suppose in to be brief, if you want to be a profitable trader, in Forex, and it doesn't take a whole lot of your time, then
No,
working with you has been ideal. And I'd encourage anyone to make the investment. I'm funded now. I think my investment will be returned to me within one, maybe 2 months. And then, yeah, I'm looking to scale up. I'm looking to also,
wonderful. Yeah,
yeah, do this full time as well. And I can definitely see that is going to come to fruition.
wonderful. And
Yeah,
you came into this with the right mindset that this is a new career
yeah,
for you,
yeah,
not just something that I'm interested in. Don't even, guys, if you're listening to this, if you're interested, don't do it. If you're committed, you might want to reach out. Otherwise, don't bother. It's a
yeah,
long term game, it's a career move. I do hope you're in some of the markets that we're in right now. They're all going gangbusters as I'm talking to you.
yeah. I'm in just one trade because I only got my funded account was only
Oh,
set up on
yes.
Monday.
Yes.
So once I reached my funding target in the challenge, I closed all my trades.
Yep.
Um, and then yeah, it's taken a few days, probably close to a week to set up my funded account.
Yeah,
So
to get it done. Yeah. And
yeah,
mate, can I ask you what trade are you in, please, Tim?
I'm in the euro yen. I just got in yesterday,
Yep.
and yeah, today I'm already
And away we go.
$70 in
Yep.
profit. Yeah, yeah,
Yep. Yep. Wonderful.
yeah.
Tim, I want to, mate, I'll keep it short. I don't want to take up your time. I do appreciate
Sure.
you spending the time to do
Okay.
this for me, mate.
Yeah.
And clearly, we're going to keep in touch and reach out to me if ever you need me. You know that. But I do want to thank you
Yeah.
for taking your time for this little testimonial call, my friend.
Anytime. Yeah. Anytime. I
So
appreciate
proud of you,
everything
mate.
you've done. Thanks,
Good
Dan.
job. See you, buddy.
Cheers. Bye.
Bye.